endured this year. So far, all of those fires, they have claimed the lives of 3 firefighters, and as we mentioned just a little bit ago, a Crete firefighter was badly burned yesterday.
And farmers fleeing the flames yesterday had the opportunity to bring their animals to the Lancaster-Event-Center for shelter.
Earlier today, officials put out the word that it was safe to return home, and Channel 8's Jessica Blum has been with farmers both last night and this morning as they work to transition back home. Jessica?
Yeah, this morning farmers were able to return home along with their animals. Those who ended up at the Lancaster Event Center last night were quick to head home when they could. Smoke clouds became rain clouds Monday morning after farmers fled from the flames. Some barns stood silent, waiting for their inhabitants to return home. As of 10 a.m. on Monday, the Lancaster-County-Sheriffs-office sent out word that it was okay for farmers to return home. Working through the changing conditions of Sunday night and Monday, many had to adapt their schedules around feeding their livestock and waiting to hear from officials.
I'm a student at the university, so I actually had to attend a lecture this morning. So I woke up super early around 6 today, and I came out here to feed the horses and get them fresh water. And then I went to campus and watched my lecture. And now I'm back with the trailer since we got the official go-ahead from the sheriff to go home. So it's just been kind of a long morning, but really happy with how it's going now.
Evacuees said many ranchers they knew had friends and families to escape to once the fire danger and evacuations were being enforced by the sheriff's office. Many farmers had to make split-second decisions on whether to evacuate or not.
It's been pretty chaotic, actually, so I decided to come here while I was doing my grocery shopping. So I kind of dropped everything, texted my friend, was like, hey, you evacuating? Like, what are you thinking about doing? We agreed we wanted to go out to the barn at least and see what was happening. And when we drove up to the barn, we could see all the smoke coming over, and it was just making everything really hazy, and that made us really uneasy. And then you could tell with the horses, they were getting pretty amped from smelling all the smoke.
The event center sheltered 70 head of livestock Sunday night, which included more than 25 horses, but by Monday morning, only a handful were left. Farmers were up early to provide fresh food and water after a long night.
It was like a breath of fresh air. I mean, I'm so happy that we got the rain, and it started raining, I think, south of us overnight too. So it really helps, I think, with the firefighters and the farmers to get the fire under control.
The fire was only about a mile away as they evacuated, but by Monday morning, the fire was contained before it reached the barn housing these horses. And countless volunteers were needed to lend a helping hand to make everything go as smooth as possible. But it was evident from many showing up to offer anything from food to a warm home that the Lincoln community was ready to step up in a moment's notice.
No doubt about that. We saw many examples of that. Jessica, thank you so much for the report. Last night, firefighters on the ground received some help.